And speaking of injuries, so Samoa Joe has relinquished the NXT Championship in an announcement that raises so many questions I literally cannot avoid talking about all of them. The first question, and the one that almost everyone has been asking, at least on Twitter, because it's screaming out at all of us, is how real is this? We did not get a lot of detail in this announcement. We do not know what potential injury this is, or what potential injury this isn't. Samoa Joe essentially just said, I'm not sure if I can continue, so when in doubt, I'm just giving up the belt. Is he legitimately injured? Or is this a similar situation to back in the WWF versus WCW days, when WCW brought in New Blood Rising? For those unfamiliar with that, when Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo came in for their second try at running WCW, they took the championships away from everybody and declared all the young, fresh talent as heels against the established older names, such as Hollywood Hulk Hogan. It was an utterly terrible choice that I do not want to see used again for NXT. The second question I have has been mentioned significantly less. If this injury is legitimate, then it comes after a single match. One match in which he beat Karrion Kross and claimed the NXT Championship, and then Karrion Kross had the na 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 goodbye from the crowd. We watched we had a live NXT Takeover show here in this chat, and we did point out during that match there were moments in which Samoa Joe seemed a little out of it. If he had picked up another concussion, that's really problematic and a real shame considering it's Samoa Joe and I just want to see this guy wrestle. It's possible that therein lieth the injury, but I think it's worth asking whether WWE knew after TakeOver that Joe was injured and only just decided to pull the plug the day before the NXT relaunch because they're planning something big for Tuesday. We have now had it confirmed what that big thing they're planning for Tuesday is. Now the third question. Was Samoa Joe actually cleared for TakeOver in the first place? Samoa Joe was released by the WWE in large part because he wasn't cleared to wrestle and the WWE didn't think he would get cleared again in the near future. He was then brought back to NXT, but still not cleared to wrestle. Part of the deal, however, was the aim to clear him and get him wrestling again. One match on, once again, one match, he's back to having an undisclosed injury again, which is exactly where he was before he came to NXT. Have to ask the question, was he actually cleared? Or is this the WWE realizing that they took a pretty big risk in putting him back in, so they've pulled the plug? We don't know what's planned for this new incarnation of NXT beyond the plans that we have spoken about for higher production values and getting rid of that top level of developed talent. They've been pushing the big moment for a long time in the effort to relaunch NXT with a big viewership. A title change in the first show, which seems a guarantee now with a fatal 4-way for the championship, has immense potential. And we now know for certain that at least a match is happening, but we can't rule it out because this time last year we had a fatal 4-way that never actually reached a conclusive finish, though we followed up with Finn Balor vs Adam Cole shortly afterwards. A few surprises, including signings and debuts, could be very valuable. And very timely when you consider how many NXT names were recently released. Plus, wedding. You can't lose really, and I've seen a lot of people, including in this chat, saying that they're willing to give it a shot and try NXT again, just to see how it goes. In fact, everyone seems to come out a winner, apart from one. The only person who genuinely seems to have lost out here is Samoa Joe. I need to know, are we ever going to see him wrestle again? And if we do, is it going to be for WWE? Because as I've just been saying, the WWE medical team is the most harsh and the most unforgiving. So with Samoa Joe, I don't think we'll see him wrestle in WWE again, and I don't like thinking. Lil Tortilla Boy says, I don't think it's real, but then again, Joe is very injury prone. Yeah, it came out of nowhere as well. He just suddenly started picking up every single injury the moment he got to the main roster. Canary Yellow says, if that's true, and we see that AEW doctors are more likely to clear someone, Are WWE overly careful, or should AEW be more safe? Obviously, the answer is an opinion, not fact, but what's yours? I appreciate you putting that little caveat in. I believe both are true. Both. I look at what happened with Matt Hardy in AEW, and I think they need better medical protocols. And I look at what's happening in WWE, and I think, how long did you keep Edge and Daniel Bryan out when they're apparently absolutely fine? The WWE are this careful because of name redacted and what happened, and how much of it was apparently linked to chair shots to the head. Name redacted, for those who don't know, is a name that I give to someone who previously used a crippler crossface. They are very, very careful ever since, and I don't blame them for that, but it's a perception thing. Suddenly, when Edge was apparently talking to AEW, he was cleared. I have serious questions. Fuzzy says Samoa Joe can't catch a break. It sucks because I really think he would have been a good veteran champion. He would. He's someone I would have loved to see be the heel champion fighting down. There has never been a bad moment for Samoa Joe, apart from injuries.